All right, 7 o'clock, please join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Haderlein.
Present.
Platt-Miller.
Present.
Lavallee.
Here.
Hoeflich.
Here.
Lancaster.
Here.
Kreite.
Here.
Perkins. Albertson.
Here.
Quorum is present.
All right, there is no one wishing to attend city council meeting electronically, so we'll move on to item number 4 for public comment. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to address the city council for any item that's on the agenda, that's not on the agenda? If you want to address them for an item that's on the agenda, when we get to that item, please make yourself known. But anything for not on the agenda, which is address council. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to item 5A through 5M, which is our consent agenda. Is there any item on the consent agenda that council or the public wish to remove from the consent agenda?
I'd like to remove item L from the consent agenda for a discussion.
Okay, we'll move item 5L to 6A. Any other items?
I'd like to remove item J.
J?
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll make that 6B. Any other items? All right, hearing none, I'll accept the motion to accept the consent agenda of items 5A through 5I, 5K, and 5M.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda items 5A through 5I, 5K, and 5M.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Haderlein, second by Albertson. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Haderlein.
Yes.
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Perkins. Kreite.
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. Okay, moving on to item number 6, which would be 6A, which is appointment of Josh Lick to the Parks and Recreation Board.
I just wanted to make sure that everybody who wasn't able to attend the parks meeting earlier this month, that they knew exactly what we talked about in discussion, so that way they know who they're agreeing to appoint to the role, because there were some previous concerns because the other person was not showing up to all the meetings, and we want to make sure that we're above ground. And I wanted to have everybody else be able to ask questions if they wanted to.
So I'm curious why he resigned from the zoning board.
Josh is here present. Josh, could you state your name and address for the record, please?
Josh Licht, 804 North Hart Boulevard or Street, depending on where you look. Inactivity. Looking to have more regularly scheduled meetings and more opportunity.
More meetings.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're my neighbor.
Close.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
If you could, would you please be so kind as to say what kind of activities you've been involved in with parks?
Yeah, so lifelong user of the parks. I did work our 4th of July event, vending, and did do a ride for the planning of the pedestrian route and plan here in Harvard, and just general interest in the future of the parks. I have a 10-month-old, so very important to him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other comments, questions? Otherwise, I would accept the motion to appoint or confirm the appointment of Josh Lick to the Parks and Recreation Board.
I'll make the I'll second.
All right, motion by Hoeflich, second by Lancaster. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Lancaster.
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, congratulations, Josh, thank you.
Any paperwork or signatures with transfer?
Well, no, you've already done your
OMA?
OMA, so we're just.
Blood sample.
Yeah. Yeah, the blood sample, and, you're good to go. So
Excellent.
Thank you.
I'll be streaming from home.
All right. Next Parks meeting is in October, so. All right, item 6B, which is proclamation designating the city of Harvard as a Gold Star community.
Yeah, thank you. I figured this was probably worth pulling out of the consent agenda because it's worth talking about a little bit of what this means, and then also the commitment that the city would be doing with this as well.
Okay, so I know one of our community members, Joe McLaughlin, who is kind of the head up for Gold Star families here in Harvard. Joe, could you state your name and address for the record, please?
Joe McLaughlin, 20808 Lemke. That's with the CK or just the K, depending on which sign you look at. I followed that last. That was pretty good. But it's true. At this end, there's no C.
Well, thank you, Joe. What I will say is the Gold Star families are families whose, a service member from their family has passed away in the service of their country.
In combat.
In combat, thank you. And so there is actually a countywide Gold Star Families event that's happening later, I think in October.
October 3rd, it's Saturday at, I think it goes at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be at the Dole Center. I've got 10 free tickets if anybody wants them. I managed to get some, but they're on Eventbrite if you're interested in attending. The purpose of that day is to highlight the work that Harvard resident Mark Hudson has been doing, and that is to literally document every single Gold Star killed in action from McHenry County. Boy, when he started it probably 2 years ago, the numbers keep increasing. Earlier this year, we were at 288, and then we found 10 more. I found 2 in St. Joseph that were unaccounted for that were not on his list. So this is kind of a very unique beginning to record and try and assemble county by county. Then we want to see it go statewide and nationwide, but this would be the first time anybody's accounted for the 298 Gold Stars that we have in the county.
Now, the Gold Star program is a national program
Oh, absolutely.
that started, I think, in Peoria.
It
didn't
is.
it?
It's national.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah. And so, but to do a whole county is pretty impressive.
So to that end, Alderman Albertson, I think, had some ideas about how, what more the city could do to honor Gold Star families.
Yeah, and those would, of course, have to be things we discuss as a council and most likely an admin. But because part of this is, my worry was we declare this as a Gold Star community and then not do anything other than say that, right? So what more can we do as a city if we say yes to this? So it's something to think about, something to put onto admin at a later time.
It's a good idea.
Other than that, I'll make a motion to approve Harvard's proclamation of designating the city of Harvard as a Gold Star community.
Second.
Have a motion by Albertson, second by Crete. Any comments or questions?
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you for bringing it in here, and thanks for considering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Hearing no comments or questions, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes?
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Okay, thank you, clerk. Item number 7 is kind of a bittersweet moment. It's an opportunity to present our outgoing Chief of Police, Tyson Bauman, with a key to the city. So Tyson's been with the city for 28 years, starting as a civilian, and He worked his way all the way up to chief and is retiring with distinction. So, Tyson? So, certificate of recognition is presented to Tyson Bauman for outstanding service as a police officer and chief of police from August 24th, 1998 until September 4th, 2026. This key to the city of Harvard is presented in grateful appreciation for the unselfish, dedicated service to the citizens of the city of Harvard. Tyson, thank you very much. We've worked together for 10 years now, so I appreciate all the service you've given to the city, and obviously you've worked much longer than I've worked with you, but we certainly appreciate and hope that you have a great retirement and do something fun. So, thank you. All right, well, right on the heels of that, we have to have a department head, and so at this juncture, I would like to tender to the city council confirmation of my appointment to chief of police to Carmen Sacco.
I'll make a motion to confirm the appointment of police chief, of Mr. Detective Sacco as police chief. That's a mouthful.
I'll second. I'm so late today.
I will, motion by Lancaster, second by Haderlein, to confirm Carmen Sacco to chief of police. Any other comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Lavallee.
Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Kreite.
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, clerk, and I think this is where we need to do the oath of office, so. And because the city clerk sits on the police commission, we've asked the deputy city clerk to administer the oath, so.
Sure it's even you.
All right, at this time, outgoing Chief Bauman will pin incoming Chief Sacco.
Don't have to draw blood.
I present to you our new Chief of Police, Carmen Sacco. Thank you, Carmen. All right, moving on. We'll move on to item number 9, which is the 2026-2027 City Directory. Seek a motion to approve the 2026-2027 City Directory. We did receive, just as a note, from Alderwoman Haderlein to update the city council. And what we're going to do, since it lists alder, and then for both people in that word, we're going to just alderperson is what we're going to update that to. So pending that change.
Make a motion to approve the 2026-2027 city directory with that one change to alderperson.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion by Haderlein and second by Platt-Miller. Any other comments or questions here? Clerk, please call the roll.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Kreite.
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes?
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Okay, now, moving on to the Administration Committee's recommendation for Civics Plus package upgrade and presentation. And I believe we have
Aaron Chmielowski,
representative from
Civic Plus.
Civic Plus, yes. So could you please state your name and company for the record?
Aaron Chmielowski and Civic Plus.
All right, thank you. And was there an actual presentation or?
So we don't have a presentation, but there were some questions with the packet. There was quite a bit of information. I know Alderman Albertson had a question, and so Aaron agreed to come to the meeting to answer any of those that you might have for her. So quite a bit of information there.
Yeah.
So.
I think we can start with the question I had during the committee. I know one of the features of the Civic Plus package we were looking at was the AI translation. One of the questions I had with that was if there is a problem with the translation that leads to litigation, would that be covered by Civic Plus because it's your program, or would that fall on Harvard because it's our document?
So you're talking about the doc access, so the PDF remediation.
Yeah.
So with the remediation, doc access automatically turns it into the HTML. So are you questioning that if it doesn't read the document correct?
So in a situation, because I know it's like more of a disabilities feature, if there's any sort of lawsuit that stems from that document not being translated correctly, or whatever situation may lead to a lawsuit, we don't know, would that be covered under your company's protections?
Yes, so the liability still does fall onto Harvard, but within the solution itself, it is still word for your document. So it's just translating it into HTML. And if there is any errors on it, then our system will fix it. And you can also go in the back end and fix anything that is there as well.
Now, wasn't there language translation?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah, that's done by Google Translate because it's in HTML.
Oh, okay.
So basically, whatever our document says that we are responsible for uploading would get translated through the system, but it would be the words that we actually uploaded on that document.
Yep.
But translated to Spanish by Google,
Yes.
right?
So the translation program is run through Google Translate.
Okay. And I think that's what you were concerned about, is if
Was
the
the language
translation.
translation?
Well, my
Yeah, if
concern
it's
is
not,
if some sort of
Yeah.
lawsuit does come up because we're not meeting whatever requirement we may need to be meeting, would that fall on the city of Harvard because we're utilizing the tool that we were told does the translation services?
Yeah, the liability still does fall onto Harvard with doc access, but doc access significantly reduces the risk of complaints or lawsuits because it is putting it into that HTML 2.1 compliant standards, as well as being able to be translated into over 150 different languages.
Okay.
yeah, so if that makes sense to me, that then it's not our staff that are doing that work. It's being done, by an entity that this is their job, right? This is their business.
As far as the ADA compliance, Counselor, is Spanish translation part of that compliance package?
I don't think the Spanish translation would be part of the ADA accessibility requirements.
I don't believe it is.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's either, okay.
Okay.
So,
It's-
you know, it would be a matter of an error in translation, but it wouldn't, I don't think we would hold liability for that because we're still in compliant with, we're 100% compliant with ADA by going through doc access, correct?
Yeah, so doc access makes it your documents 2.1 compliant.
Okay.
Based off of the standards. Translation is an added bonus.
And that's the WAG code that we have to be compliant with by March of 2027. So the doc access would cover us in
Okay.
compliance for that.
Yeah.
And then the Spanish translation is kind of just a bonus with the
Yes.
22 modules that we're proposing to purchase to alleviate some of the staff time. And, you know, it also translates in how many languages?
Over 150.
So there's quite a few languages that we
Yeah.
could also, you know, somebody else could, you know, come in and punch the button and get the gist of what we were trying to present as a public document.
Yeah, so since it is in that HTML language, it can be easily translated through Google Translate. So that is what the system is translating it off of. Very similar to where your website can be translated. It works the same way.
That was my question on it.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions. No, thank you.
So just to reiterate, the ADA compliance puts us into 100% compliance. The language translation is just a value-added service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I apologize, I didn't understand the
That's okay.
translation versus the
Right.
remediation part.
We got it through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No worries.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Any other questions for?
I could see how
Since-
there would be a potential for a mistranslation. I don't know how good Google is at translating versus like the early 2000s era, because I used to use something like Excite pretty extensively to translate into Japanese, and I would have to go back and forth. So that actually introduced an interesting question about whether or not the words are totally an actual translation, or if it's just the gist, or if it might throw in something that's seemingly slang for like a bad thing. So as long as the city isn't sued for that, because it wasn't our translation per se, but it was an electronic translation.
If we had a document that we uploaded and it translated to something that was way off, would we have the ability to pull that and fix it? Or
Yes.
is the system going to automatically continue to put it in that translation?
You know, I would have to double check with the tech team on that, but I believe you can take anything off of doc access and then fix the translation and then re-upload it
Re-upload
in
it.
there. Yep, you have full access to all of your documents within doc access that way.
So we could still proofread those things that we were uploading and see how accurate the translation was through Google Translate. Because I do know in the past it hasn't always been accurate, but I think there's been some upgrades to that to modify those problems that they had 10 years ago. So, but it's something we can proof and make sure that it's looking correct for the most part.
That's a relief.
I think the biggest part where Google Translate struggles is dialects, right? So if there's a slightly different dialect, there could be, different words are used for certain things. But I think overall, Google Translate is phenomenally improved over when it was first introduced, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out, Aaron.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Any other comments or questions here?
What are the staff going to do with all that extra time? They don't have to
We'll find
translate
something to
things.
do. I have a list.
I'll make a motion to approve the recommended Civic Plus package upgrades.
I'll second.
All right, a motion by Haderlein, second by Platt-Miller. Any other comments or questions here? All right, hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes?
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, clerk.
Give it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Drive safely. All right. Moving on to item number 11 is a request from Ware Wellness and Therapeutics, PLC, for a suicide awareness Walking Together for a Better Tomorrow 2K walk event. They're seeking to do this event on Saturday, September 26, 2026, and I believe the petitioners are present if you have questions.
Yes, all of us. Hello. Jennifer Ware, do you want the business address or my home address?
Your business address is sufficient.
16 North Ayer Street.
So here we go.
What's your head, please?
Just trying to get to the course. I don't believe they're looking to shut down any streets. They're going to use various wayfinding signs and have volunteers
Yes.
to help direct traffic. And this very closely approximates, I think, the Jingle Bell Run. What's that? Oh, eggnog jog. What did I say? Jingle Bell Run? Eggnog jog. I think Jingle Bell Run's another community. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve it as written.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Lancaster and second by Platt-Miller. Any comments or questions here?
Is there anything you need from the city in regards to, like, any type of road barriers or anything like that at all?
I don't think so. We're utilizing streets and they'll use traffic signs, pay attention to traffic. I don't think there are going to be any barriers that we're going to need because it'll be mostly in that neighborhood and then just coming back, starting at our business, going behind it, and then coming and ending at Extreme Fitness, so we should be okay.
Thank you.
Having worked with the eggnog jog the last 2 or 3 years, you might want to put somebody out on McKinley where it crosses, where your route crosses McKinley.
Okay,
That street has a little more traffic.
fair enough. Okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions?
I do have one question. Your proposal said that you were requesting support for Public Works for the guidance of placement of the temporary route signs?
If there's specifics that you guys think would be best for it, please let me know.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll just kind of make sure that they're around all the corners and visible to everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
All right, anything else? No? Clerk, please call the roll.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, come on, Peanuts.
Hope you have a good turnout.
I hope so too. Thank you all.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 12, which is the Harvard Garden Club, seeking addition of brick border to the Harvard Dickens Library Garden, seeking your motion to approve this project. And here is a mock-up of what that project will be.
I'll make a motion to approve the Harvard Garden Club addition of brick border to the Harvard Dickens Library Garden.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Platt-Miller, second by Lancaster. Any other comments or questions?
I'm just curious where this is.
Please come on up. If you could state your name and address for the record, please.
Funny story. Okay. I'm Julie Thomas, 1204 3rd Street, spelled T-H-I-R-D, but the post office likes 3-R-D, along with UPS and Amazon. Okay. So hello, I'm Julie Thomas, current president of Harvard Garden Club. The Harvard Garden Club has created and maintained 5 garden spaces around the city of Harvard for many years. In honor of our 75 years of existence, and after touring other gardens, we were inspired to recreate the Harvard Dickens Library Children's Garden with a more fun and educational experience. We are currently in the process of revamping our large 2-sided garden with plants represented by the 26 letters of the alphabet, 2 sensory areas for touch and smell, as well as some statuary. Also, to the west of our garden, we want to install 2 large butterfly wings, approximately 4 feet tall, for a photo opportunity, whereas the child would be the body of the butterfly. The picture you received in your email is an AI rendering of our proposed stone and garden planting, which we have begun. All the planting has been begun. We are asking for approval to install a 4 to 5 inch border of tumbled stone around both sides of the garden and along with each side of the brick path where it borders the garden space, which is approximately 32 linear feet on each side of the current brick, which you can see in the picture there. This would be replacing heaving rotten lumber currently in place. And honestly, we don't know how long the brick has been there. So maybe the city has some history on that. The remaining brick path would leave 47 feet per side that the city would continue to maintain. We want to work with the city in understanding the process of obtaining bids for the border installation we have budgeted. Along with our received bids, we would be willing to get an additional separate bid for the city to consider replacing the remainder of rotten wood for continuity of the brick border, if your budget would allow and you so deemed necessary. Also this evening, is the city able to give us permission to install the butterfly wing 6 to 8 feet off the west center side of the garden for next spring, just so we don't have to come back, because that is part of our plan and it is in process as well. Thank you. Any questions?
Where exactly is this?
It's at the Harvard-Diggins Library.
Yeah.
It is
I will show you.
on the left
Is it
side.
replacing another garden? Or
No,
it's a new
an
garden?
It's an
next-
existing garden.
It's on the way, the brick path is on the way to the playground equipment.
Okay.
Walk on the street. and
It is
then
right here.
Turn left to go to the playground. But you never, you don't go on the swings, do you?
No, I
See,
don't.
that's
I haven't
if you
been
go
on
on
the
the
swings
swings.
for a long time.
If you go on the
here's the
swings, that's
library.
where it is.
Yeah.
It's right here. So, parking lot to the library, entrance to the library is here. It's just a little brick path
Is
right
it sort
here.
of wasn't it like the Land of Oz or?
Yes.
It was
Okay.
previously named that.
Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
yes.
Okay, now I know. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Yes. Okay.
Any other comments or questions?
Do we have any restrictions or considerations we need to do for how high these pavers would stick above the sidewalk when it comes to tripping hazards?
I can tell you that Wisconsin, for different things like that, does 4 feet.
About like 4 foot wide sidewalk or
4 foot high on things like that. They don't like anything above 4 feet.
4 inches?
4 inches.
4 inch, no, 2 feet, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say 4 feet's really big
Yeah.
for a paver.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I mean, when it comes to like a paver or that type of thing,
Yeah.
it is 2 feet, because they figure anyone falling 2 feet is not really going to get injured. So it's actually pretty high in Wisconsin. I don't know if we have anything, or if any other municipalities in Illinois does. I just happen to know that for different types of public and rental properties.
Yeah, my only concern being that, because if it is against the sidewalk, I have kids who have gone to that park and they run up that sidewalk and kids don't look where they're running. So it's one of those things where they will trip,
Well,
depending
you
on.
must be concerned already about the
Yes,
wood sticking out into
yeah, but
the
if we can do
brick.
better, we should
Yeah.
do better,
Exactly, yes.
so.
So it doesn't, really the height is, it doesn't matter to us
Yeah.
how high it is.
Yeah, it's just
It's
more
to
so,
stabilize the brick path
Mhm.
along there, along that path there. It's to stabilize the bricks so they don't go awry, because the wood has to come out. It's just rotting away. And, yeah, so.
So the pavers would be level with the brick? They would just be holding the brick in, but be
I
the
mean,
same?
I don't know that they would be level. We could ask, it just depends on who we hire and what we decide for that. Yeah. We were thinking a little bit up because it would hold the mulch in a little.
Okay.
Because it runs downhill.
And a little
So-
higher actually is better than a
Right.
trip hazard, too low is a trip hazard, at
Right.
least for people my age.
When it comes to ADA stuff for this area, because of the pitch, I believe, not just going offhand, the pitch that goes up to it and over, I don't believe we'd be talking about something that would be ADA accessible without major improvements. When it comes to the brick border, certainly would like it at below mower height on the edges so that there's no trimming involved, because that's going to be a challenge to keep up with. And then, where it goes over the path, if it just keeps it, if it's a little bit higher than that to retain the mulch and the landscaping, bedding, I'm sure that'd be fine.
Yeah, and we aren't really demanding anything in particular, except to neaten it up and equal it out on both sides and to keep the integrity of the brick. That's the biggest thing, keeping that stable because it's going to start falling apart.
That's fair.
Because the sides are falling apart that hold it in, so. And it doesn't I don't even think it has sand. Well, it might have sand, but it doesn't have what we're used to now, that locking sand that is kind of like a mortar glue. So, yeah, we always work well together. Right? City, yeah. So, okay.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Any
Yes,
other comments or questions?
I mean, she did raise a question about the butterfly statue sculpture as well.
In addition, yes.
I don't know
if we can.
we would be allowed to put that on here or not.
Well, the agenda just says addition of the brick border and does not mention the butterfly, so.
I would, yeah, I mean, I don't know that those necessarily flow logically one into the other, that we could say that they would be sufficient to give notice that we're going to talk about it today. So I would say bring the butterfly part back
Okay, that's totally
another
fine.
evening.
Yes.
Just, Open Meetings Act requires us to put what we're going to talk about, and if we haven't stated that, then
Yes.
someone doesn't have an opportunity to come to the meeting to hear about that issue.
Yes, and that's completely
Sure, sure.
understood. So,
So,
yeah.
Okay,
When
well,
you
we
don't
have-
know the rules, you don't know how to play the game. Thank you.
thank you. All right, so we have a motion and a second to approve the brick border for the Harvard Diggins Library Garden. Clerk, please call the roll.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes?
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, Clerk. Thank you. All right, item number 13, which is a Class A liquor license, JBKS Corporation was seeking to relocate their licensed premises for reconsideration. So this should be noted that the council denied this request at last council meeting. The petitioner came to the administration committee to seek for a reconsideration. I have consented to put it on the city council's agenda. If you would like to reconsider it, then it would require one of the 5 alderpersons who denied it to make a motion and a second from those 5 individuals to reconsider the issue. The petitioner is here if you wish to ask questions.
I'll make a motion to reconsider the movement of the Class A liquor license.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion by Albertson and second by Haderlein, which by my records both voted against the issue previously. All right, any comments or questions for the petitioner?
Would you mind just telling everyone about the, as you told to the committee, about the daycare laws and how they apply to the liquor license?
Before you do, can you state your name and address?
My-
Thank you.
My name is Sheila Henson. I reside at 21003 McGuire Road, Harvard, Illinois. I had the opportunity to present before the admin committee the child care center and the liquor license and how they do not go hand in hand. And DCFS requires a license to operate Brown Bear Daycare and Learning Center, and we are restricted from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. to operate only the child care center. We are not allowed to have any other events in that building until we close at 5:30. I will tell you that the reason I know this is because it did happen to me, and I was cited for it when DCFS came for a visit, and it happened about 15 years ago, and we have not broken those rules since. So there'll be no nobody could come in from the outside to drink. The bar is not open. What I'm looking for is to have a location for that liquor license, just for some upcoming events from the community.
And it's also worth noting, how long have you had one before, prior to this?
The Stratford Banquet Hall has been in existence since 1992, so we've had a liquor license since 1992. About a year and a half ago, I did give up the liquor license. I was not going to, I was not going to continue with any more events. And that just kind of didn't happen. Many requests from different organizations in town, needed a place to have their event. This liquor license became available because it was one of our tenants who vacated their gaming establishment, and so they closed that. So in the 33 years that we've had previously had the liquor license, we've had no desire to open a gaming establishment at that location, and still do not have any desire to open that.
Any other comments or questions? Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you.
Hearing none, then, clerk, please call the roll.
Albertson.
This is the motion to reconsider, or?
No, this would be the motion to approve.
Okay.
Well, we're reconsidering previously, but the motion was to reconsider.
You're right, the motion is to reconsider the issue, so we should have a vote on the motion to reconsider and then have a vote on.
And then whether to actually,
So, thank you for that clarification. Yes, this is a vote to reconsider voting on.
reconsider the denial.
Yes, reconsider the denial.
Yes.
We're going to be very technical and difficult.
Hey,
Clerk,
Robert's
please call the
rules.
roll.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Ask a question? What do I have to do? What do I have to? I guess we
Counselor?
Sure, you can ask a
Yeah.
question.
It's your vote, so you ask your question.
Well, I was just, wouldn't you just poll the 5 that denied it, not everybody?
No, it would be a vote for everybody, because you'd have to get the council to reconsider the previous denial, so the council has to approve the reconsideration, and then there will be a vote on whether to approve it or not.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
All right, yes.
Crete.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Okay, now you can reconsider it.
I'll make a motion, where is it here? To approve the Class A, to relocate its licensed premises for JBS Corporation to relocate its licensed premises from 355 South Division Street, Harvard, Illinois, to 21007 McGuire, Harvard, Illinois, 60033.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion by Platt-Miller and second by Hoeflich to relocate the licensed premises of JBKS Corporation from 335 South Division Street to 21007 McGuire Road, Harvard, Illinois, 60033. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Crete.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. All right, moving on to item number 14, and we'll, for the Teamsters labor agreement from, which would be from May 1st, 2026 through April 30th, 2029, seeking your approval to the proposed changes for ratification to the agreement between the Teamsters and the City of Harvard, which would begin May 1st, 2026 and expire April 30th, 2029, and to authorize the mayor to execute the contract.
Bargaining unit has approved it.
Took a little bit of negotiations, so.
There are some other changes.
Oh, yes, just so you, for note, there were a couple of changes, I guess, that didn't make it into.
There's kind of cleanups of titles and towards the end, moving the section, clarifying where utility operator, mechanic, foreman, there historically been an extra line that was in there that kind of set things off. So this brings it to just to clean it up and get it looking properly.
Fixes a format.
Yeah, it's a formatting issue.
So in section 1.2, we're removing custodian, adding public works workers instead of street department, and then removing wastewater treatment plant and replacing with utility workers, and then removing bus drivers. Are we going to try and remove RTA head dispatches?
They're excluded from the bargaining unit anyway, so that's not.
All right, and then item 7.6, there is a typographical error for offense. Item 12.2 is an inclusion of public works and utility employees, so it better delineates that paragraph of which employees are being discussed.
And the time.
Yes, and the time to 3:30 from 3 o'clock. 25.2 updates the date to 2029, and then I don't think the tables are labeled, but the utility mechanic, utility operating mechanic and foreman table is reformatted so that it matches, it's correct, because the years got shifted down in that format.
I'd also like to note on all of the pay tables, the original date was listed as 8/16 for the retro. It should be 8/9. We agreed to a full pay period, and the date of 8/16 was only half a pay period, so all of that will be amended to 8/9 as well. And that would be under the 4% pay line on every grid that you see in the packet.
So Mike, who's your assistant?
My assistant?
Yeah, the mayor's assistant, who's not covered by this.
That would be Jannette,
That'd
actually.
be Jannette, yeah.
She's the administrative assistant.
Administrative
So it's
assistant.
technically the mayor's assistant?
Yep,
Is
for
her-
the most part,
Is her
yeah.
title?
Well, no,
I think it's-
administrative assistant.
Okay.
We could change that as well.
Yeah. I think her true title is administrative assistant.
It is, yeah.
So it's.
So so does the 4%, I'm sorry if you already said this, does the 4% go into effect already?
As of August 9th.
So
this,
August 9th?
with this, the current pay period that we just
Okay, that's
ended.
what you were saying.
Mhm.
Okay. And how does this affect our budget?
Our budget was covered with the
So our budget included a
Yes.
4% increase?
yes, it was accounted for at the beginning of the budget cycle. So the budget will not be an issue.
Okay. So,
Additionally, we had budgeted for the, this to be negotiated before the ending period of the current contract, but that negotiation didn't really start until last month. So this is going to be retro pay to the end of the current pay period. So there's a small differential there.
And on the budgeting years, when we don't have in front of us what the contract's going to be, because we confirm the budget prior to that, there's always some add there for that possibility.
Okay. And I'm just curious what the 4% was based on. I mean, that seems high for cost of living.
With the negotiation of 9.75 total over 3 years, we allowed them to pick how they wanted to split that out, as long as they did not go over 4% in the first year, because then we would have had a budget issue.
Okay. Thank you.
So there are a couple of parameters. One was 4% or less in year one, and then it was 2% or more in year three.
Okay, but 9.75
9.75
total. Okay, so 3.25 average each year. Okay,
So the next budget year, or when we do the next budget, we'll know exactly what to expect for
Okay.
both the Teamsters as well as the FOP.
okay. Thank you. It's good to know.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed changes for ratification to the agreement between the Teamsters and the City of Harvard beginning May 1st, 2026, expiring April 30th, 2029, and to authorize the mayor to execute the contract.
A second.
All right, a motion by Lavallee and second by Kreite. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you very much. We'll get that signed and executed immediately. Item number 15 is payment of the bills. Seek a motion for the payment of the bills in the amount of $575,551.73.
I'll make a motion to approve payment of the bills in the amount of $575,551.73.
Second.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Albertson. Comments or questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Moving on to item 16 is Planning and Zoning UDO text amendment, indoor parking space requirement reduction, and typographical error correction. So seeking consideration of the City Council petition to amend the UDO to reduce the indoor parking space requirements and correct typographical errors within the ordinance and refer over the proposed text amendment to the Planning and Zoning Commission for review and recommendation.
I'd like to make a motion to table the discussion on this until all aldermen are present.
I second that.
A motion by Lancaster and second by Hoeflich to table the item. Any comments or questions?
I do have a question. Given that this is with planning and zoning, is there a reason we didn't utilize our planning and zoning committee for this?
We need approval to send it to planning and zoning, because it's our text amendment. So council has to approve it
To send it to planning and zoning,
which starts at the committee level.
and then comes back to council after planning and zoning reviews it.
Bouncing back and forth. That seems like a lot.
Yeah, but you can't have the staff can't initiate the code change. The staff can't just unilaterally say, okay, we're going to send this to the zoning board. It has to go through the council.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Lavallee,
No.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Platt-Miller,
No.
Motion carries 5-2.
All right, thank you. Moving on to item 17.
Confirm that's a motion to table this.
Yes, it was tabled, yes. Likely be considered next month, assuming all council members are present. Item number 17 is Infrastructure Committee recommendation. Proposal for Phase 1 of the 2027 water main
Excuse me, Mayor, I got a
improvements.
quick question on that. So the motion to table was because somebody wasn't here. If we don't have full council next session, then does it stay tabled?
That's the motion that was made.
The original postponement before was because it came from Perkins' committee, and being that it was from him and it is a substantial.
Yeah,
That's
originally
what-
I had tabled it until Alderman Perkins could be here, so I was surprised it was on this agenda, knowing he wouldn't be here, but
He's not here again, so we're not gonna.
Well, the verbiage
he
of
was
the-
here
the-
last month, but it wasn't on the agenda last month.
It wasn't on the agenda last month because Director Bronica couldn't be here to answer the questions. So we knew it would probably get sent to the next month anyway.
And the verbiage of the motion would require all 8 council members to be present before it's brought back.
Which, I mean, to be fair, you could put it on the agenda the way that is addressed, because you're never going to know that all 8 will be here until you're here and all 8 are here. So you could continue to put it on the agenda. At that point, you know, if we would reach the point of the meeting, if not all 8 were here, you would either need to move on or someone would have to ask to reconsider it, the prior tabling. Does that make sense?
None of this really makes sense to me, but okay, sure. I mean, it seems to me we just don't want to talk about it for some reason, and so we table it. But that's fine. Come up eventually and we'll have to talk about it.
I think, I understand your concern, but I think the council is trying to do this as a consideration for someone who isn't here currently. And I think if I were not here next time, even though we can't, someone may make a different motion.
Any other comments, questions? All right, then, we'll move on to item 17, which is proposal for Phase 1 of the 2027 water main improvements, seeking to approve Christopher B. Burke's engineering proposal for Phase 1 of 2027 water main improvements in the amount of $595,240 to be funded initially from the Capital Improvement Fund and reimbursed through the IEPA loan.
How much of a reimbursement is that? And like, are we getting any grants from any government level for this? Because this is for lead pipe replacement, isn't it?
This is for water main.
Water main. So that is part of the lead pipe.
This is for the water main, which just happens to put us in a position to replace every lead service whip that we find on the way there.
Okay. With the amount that this is, have we considered putting this up for bid? Because that is substantial.
The problem with putting out stuff like this for bid, especially when it comes to specialty or professional agreements between, say, our engineering firms, if we put this out to bid for a different engineering firm, we're dealing with an engineering firm that's not familiar with our infrastructure nor has a history here. A lot of times that can lead to either confusion or delays because they have to figure out all that stuff, and a lot of the records that we have are not always the best. So when it comes for professional engineering services and things like that, generally municipalities stick to the one that they've been working with for a long time.
A question related to that is, do we periodically do an RFQ process to look for or consider new engineering services, or do we, and get several that submit their qualifications and their rates? do we ever look at changing, like we might do with an auditor?
We have not done that.
Okay.
Burke has been with us for at least 20 years,
Okay,
so no.
okay.
And realistically speaking, I think the reason that we've been, Gary Rozwadowski dates, he has history with the city of Harvard all the way back to the 80s. So when it comes to somebody that knows their infrastructure, knows where things are, how things are, he's very influential, and I believe that the city has followed him from H.R. Green and Smith and, all these companies just because he's done such a fair job for us for all these years.
Very fair job.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve Christopher B. Burke Engineering proposal for Phase 1 of the 2027 water main improvement in the amount of $595,240 to be funded initially by the Capital Improvement Fund and reimbursed through the IEPA loan.
I'll second that motion.
All right, we have a motion by Platt-Miller, second by Lancaster. Any other comments or questions?
Is there, I didn't notice any information in here about the overall loan from IEPA, or did I?
So that was discussed in the infrastructure meeting, right?
Yes.
And the city would be qualified to take a much larger loan if so desired. But I think what we have engineered is just for this funding. So, yeah, that's,
Yeah, this is literally for the engineering, not
yes.
any of the construction.
Yes, just to engineer.
Right, but I mean, there's no sense in doing the engineering if you're not going to do the construction.
So we've already been
Right.
pre-approved for the loan.
Right.
In this, the special agreement terms per the IEPA loan agreement that's in the engineering packet explains what qualifications they have to meet for that loan. And then at that point, these engineering fees are reimbursable through
Okay.
that loan. So once we move forward with the project, we get the bids, the project's a go, Christopher B. Burke submits the paperwork, and then we get reimbursed from that point.
Okay. And so they'll be at a future council meeting
To accept the
to
bids.
accept the bids and decide and approve the loan
Yes.
and what the amount is going to be and what the
Yes.
repayment
Right.
is going to be.
So if
Okay.
you recall when John Duddles was here and he explained that if the bids come back lower, we can add. If it comes back higher, we can take away. We could take whatever loan amount we'd like up to that $7 million figure.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
Kreite.
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
Platt-Miller.
Yes.
Lavallee.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. Item number 18 now is the Infrastructure Committee's recommendation for sewer water capital improvement projects items. Seeking a motion to remove the 4 hoist gear drives from the 2026-2027 capital improvement budget and retain the $100,000 for potential reallocation to other capital projects. And at the last infrastructure meeting, Jay kind of gave the committee an update of why he felt this was an unnecessary purchase.
The last time we had to have a crane come out for this, how much did that run us?
So I reached out to Skyline Crane and
we can rent a crane for probably, what they said was $2,000 for the day. So, for the debit cranes that we want to get that are going to be on the oxidation ditch, first of all, I think it wouldn't be prudent for us to drill into the oxidation ditch and degrade the concrete. So the davit cranes, for the most part, hopefully, knock on wood, are just going to sit there most of the time. So to have rent a crane from Skyline Crane, they said $2,000 for the day. I think we could save this money for something else down the line that we could use it for. Hopefully, we're not going to have, a bunch of repairs on the ditch, being that it is so new. And I'm looking into budgeting for a gantry system. So our guys would be able to use a gantry system up there that we wouldn't be drilling into the concrete of the oxidation ditch.
Originally, this was presented as a need based on work we did to pull a motor that I can't remember the exact cost, but it was significant in that it was presented that if we had to do that every time, it would make more sense to have our own cranes. However, that invoice or that work that was done included the entire project, not just the crane, but pulling the motor, repairing the motor, and putting the motor back. So it was a little misleading in that it didn't cost us that much just for the crane.
Then, given how many of these there are, what is the maintenance schedule? Like, how many times a year, realistically, are we going to have to pull a crane? Because I know to work on even the shaft that's connected to them, you have to get a crane for that.
Yeah, I mean, we at some point, we're going to have to change bearings on the discs themselves. That's not going to be something that our guys are going to be able to tackle. I explained that in the infrastructure meeting. It's not just simply pulling bearings, putting the bearings back, and then putting the disc back. You have to make sure that they're laser lined so you don't get any kind of, they have to be balanced accordingly. So, and also, if our guys did it, there's no guarantee. So if we actually sub this out to somebody, then we have a guarantee of their work, that what they did, and we can have them come back and do it. As far as how often it'll happen, I mean, we can budget for pulling the disc drives and then putting the bearings back in and, securing those. As far as the motors for the disc drive, it depends. I wasn't here previously, but I did hear that there's possibly a lightning strike, something of that nature. There could be something like that in the future that could, damage the motor to where we would have to pull it. What I'm thinking is, just like Debit said, our guys could, pull the motor, bring it to the side to where, a company could come in and grab it with their crane truck. And then we're doing majority of the work. And they're just taking the pump and rebuilding it.
Okay.
Or motor, I should say, sorry.
And so those motor rebuilds are a corrective maintenance, not a preventative maintenance, is that correct?
That's right.
So predictability of periodicity.
It's hard to tell.
7 years, 10 years,
let's go for that, for sure.
Okay.
But, we do, as far as preventative maintenance, greasing and things like that, that's done weekly. We're up there checking them, checking the greasers, making sure that that everything's getting greased properly and maintained.
So after discussing this with Director Rangel and making this decision at our level, we felt because this was a budgeted item and a project we talked about, that we would bring this back to you for removal so that there wasn't any questions down the road as to why this project wasn't completed.
And the 100,000 is going where?
It's going to stay in the capital improvement fund or account until other projects could be presented. We don't have any plan for it at this time. Well, I don't. I'm sure Director Rangel does. To be discussed.
We'll be working on the next budget in 6 months. Soon.
We'll be starting it soon.
Yes.
Staff will be.
Yes. We'll be having the meeting in 6 months, yes.
I'll make a motion to remove the 4 hoist gear drives from the FY 2026-2027 capital improvement budget and retain $100,000 for potential reallocation to other capital projects.
Second. All right, I have a motion by Lavallee and second by Hoeflich. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 19 is the Administration Committee recommendation, Chapter 11 abatement process for repeat code violation offenders, seeking approval for the proposed amendment to Chapter 11 regarding the abatement process for repeat code violators.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed amendment to Chapter 11 regarding the abatement process for repeat code violations.
Second.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Kreite. Any other comments or questions here? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes.
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries. Will be ordinance 2026-112.
All right. Item number 20 is a staff recommendation, request for proposal for zero-depth pool resurfacing and coating painting. Seeking a motion to approve the staff recommended proposal. Just a note that, we originally budgeted something like $30K for this project. The cost has increased significantly, so.
It's 35,000. And I apologize for getting this to you late. I didn't pay attention to my end date on our due date, which was 5 o'clock on Friday, so we had to wait until that point. So hopefully I had a chance to review it. When we originally had the estimate done back last year, it came in at 35,000. It's higher at this point. I'll let Rob explain a little bit of the reasoning on that.
So we use the same company to kind of give us an idea of, they initially gave us the quote and things like that. And he gave us a lot of good suggestions. When he came back out to re-quote it, to rebid it, he was looking at the pool and he's like, if we're going to be painting the pool, I think we really should address the caulking and the joints on the deck. Because he said, if I don't do this, then whatever I do to the pool, if there's water getting behind it, it could still be an issue. So in the quote, it actually shows that, as needed. Sorry, this is the one I gotta hold like this. Pool decking and caulking for just to do a thorough job and to finish it completely. So this is to do the right job. IPS has been somebody that the city's worked with before. I've also worked with him in other communities. He does good work.
And he did it the last time we had it
He painted our
painted.
slide.
He did the slide.
Oh, he did the
Yes.
slide,
Don't
okay.
think he was the company that did the
I don't
painting the
think
last
so.
time.
Because I think we painted the pool during COVID, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So the bid itself is in line with two of the other bids. One is way out there.
Yeah.
Director Atkinson and I looked at the budget to try to figure out how we were going to come up with the difference of $17,247. For this year, between pool rental, park rentals, building permits, and then the additional revenue that we collected for passes as well as swimming lessons, we're ahead in revenue $15,310. And then in salaries for the pool, we didn't have as many hours or as high rates as we expected for the managers. So we have a significant savings in salaries. It didn't come in as high as we thought it was going to be, so we feel that we can accommodate this additional cost in the general park and pool budget without having to tap into capital improvement.
So when would this work be done?
The work would start as soon as the pool is drained. So once the pool is drained and the weather permits, he would begin the work. From there, he's got 10 to 14 working days until completion. So this should be done before the fall or before winter.
When's the last time this was done?
COVID?
2020 or 2021, I think it was 2021.
Yeah, I think it was 2021.
Yeah.
Well, I was just on his quote, I want to say he had like 3 years warranty on it.
Is that
Yeah,
standard?
it's a 3-year warranty with a full 1-year warranty on product and workmanship, and then 2 on the product itself. Of note too is, we had some of the other bidders that asked about alternative products, and when you would read those, they were suggesting things that were not chemical sensitive. So this is, the product that he's using and the method that he's using, we feel pretty safe with, and he was also just happened to be the most responsible bidder.
And it's not the same process as the reflecting pool in Washington.
I cannot comment.
Just had to ask. So, yeah, I know we'd like to get this set up and going. I'd feel more comfortable if I saw the actual budget numbers. But I don't want to be the one that pushes this off for another month. Yeah. So just putting that out there.
Just mention, I know we don't have we budgeted 35,000. I know that's not in the packet, but I do have the pool total revenue budget in my report and this was pulled from August 19th, so it isn't for the full season, but you can see that we're over in revenue $14,452 just to point that out.
And the remaining differences in parks. And I do have that budget report done. It's going out tomorrow.
Okay.
So the entire budget report is
Okay.
going out tomorrow. So it would be included in that.
Yeah.
Now you got chairs.
So we have chairs, so we had more
Man.
people.
Have more people come.
Chairs, yeah.
And then
There you
also
go.
also to note is in the quote, both the perimeter deck caulking and the pool joint caulking is if needed. So there is a chance that we will not see that full amount either.
I will add too, we were going to do this in the spring. We had obviously some date issues and with the weather, I think it was recommended we do it in the fall because there has to be certain temperatures and that type of thing. And when we did have the estimate done, it was highly recommended we not push it off another year. So I don't know what that does as far as the price, obviously with inflation, but then, more wear and tear on the pool would elevate the cost because I believe there would have to be more sealant.
So what we really start running into is in areas, the coating is down to the concrete, so that's just going to further degrade over time. He did say that in areas he may do 3 coats if necessary to get it back up to what it should be. Also, I would say that delaying this, just as an advisory thing, delaying this another month gets us into more questionable weather and more erratic temperatures that could affect the way the paint cures and the process itself.
Yeah, and I just remember when we went through this before that having it delayed another year is not, we definitely do not want to do that. So I'd make a motion to approve the staff recommendation for the zero depth pool resurfacing and coating painting.
I'll second that. Sorry.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Albertson. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk call the roll.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes?
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. Item number 21 is amendment to the McHenry County Enterprise Zone Intergovernmental Agreement. Seeking a motion to amend the McHenry County Enterprise Zone Intergovernmental Agreement and amend the ordinance.
So yes, this is back in front of you again for, I believe, a third time. Mark Picos is very diligent in reviewing things and found yet another correction that we should make. So we're not adding anything, we're just clarifying some things. So Director Atkinson will explain that to you.
So as part of our taxes abated, part of the enterprise zone agreement, specifically for Harvard, it was brought to our attention that it was a little unclear how the property taxes were abated over the 8 years. So to mirror what Marengo and Woodstock also have in the agreement, you can see that we've listed out every year what the tax abatement will be for improvements made to properties that use the benefits of the enterprise zone.
So it's really just turning it into bullets from just being a list in the paragraph.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Provides more clarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
It gave the appearance that we were abating more over a length of time than we are supposed to be, so we wanted to make sure that, you know, when anybody wanted to take advantage of the enterprise zone, they weren't misled.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve the amendment to the McHenry County Enterprise Zone Intergovernmental Agreement and amended ordinance.
I'll second.
Motion by Haderlein, second by Platt-Miller. Any other comments or questions? Clerk, call the roll.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein,
Yes?
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
Thank you.
That'll be ordinance 2026-113.
Item number 22 is the Parks and Recreations Board recommendation for Moose Field Survey. They're seeking to approve the Moose Field Survey from Vanderstappen Land Surveying Incorporated in the amount of $4,600.
I'll make a motion to approve the Moose Field survey as written.
I'll second.
Motion by Lancaster, second by Platt-Miller. Any comments or questions here?
Yeah, so I'm a little confused because it looks like if we just have them do the plat and the topography, it's $38.50. And if we have them do the plat and then decide later to do the topography, then it's $4,600.
I believe you are correct, and that's just an error. So if we do it all at the same time, it should be the first amount.
So are we going to do it all? Are we
Yes.
going to do the plat and the topographic?
Yes.
We're doing both.
The park,
Yeah.
So then it would be $38.50
correct,
would be the actual amount that we're approving.
correct.
Save some money.
Need to amend your motion accordingly and
I'll amend
second.
my motion to reflect the proper amount instead of the typo of
$38.50.
$38.50.
I'll second the amended motion.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, call the roll.
Haderlein,
Yes?
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Creed,
Yes.
Albertson.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you. Item number 23 is a Parks and Recreation Board recommendation for the Harvard Running Club Day of the Dead 5K event, seeking to approve the Harvard Running Club Day of the Dead 5K event on October 17th, 2026. Could you please state your name and address for the record?
Hi, my name is Cynthia Palayo. My address is 1413 6th Street. Same on both sides.
Is that with a 6 or SIS? Any questions for the petitioner?
So my only question is, I'm just wondering why we're sort of doubling down on doing Day of the Dead events in the middle of October, when Day of the Dead is actually specific dates is when that's held. It would be like changing the date for Halloween because we want better weather for trick or treating.
I understand.
So I'm just curious why we're.
My name is Sandra.
Yep.
And I elected the date because the following week. I elected the date because the 24th, we have a community trunk or treat at the Moose. So I cannot handle two big events on the same day. Going to the 31st, which is closer to the 1st, also, sorry. We have the town's trunk trick or treat, so that's not going to give. Then we went back to the 17th. The next available date that I could do would be the 17th. There would not be a large participation or individuals coming in if we do it on a Sunday, which I think is the 1st, November 1st. So that's why we decided, and the people that will be helping me, that they would prefer a Saturday versus a Sunday.
Okay.
Ouch.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the Harvard Running Club Day of the Dead 5K on October 17th, 2026.
I'll second that.
Have a motion by Platt-Miller, second by Albertson. Any other comments or questions?
I do have one question. We did, in the proposal, put 2 routes. The only difference is where it starts. One of the routes starts on Sumner. The other route starts 1 street south. Is there a preference? We gave different options just considering that Ayer Street will be busy that day. We can move that if needed.
I mean, there's not going to be really a lot of through traffic in that section anyways, because Ayer Street will be closed.
Your preference is Sumner? I don't see that being an issue. We're okay there.
Public Works, you got a problem with either route?
Just let us know in advance.
Okay, that sounds good. We can definitely send the route that starts with Sumner then. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, call the roll.
Platt-Miller,
Yes.
Lavallee,
Yes.
Hoeflich,
Yes.
Lancaster,
Yes.
Kreite,
Yes.
Albertson,
Yes.
Haderlein.
Yes.
All ayes, motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 24, let's go back to the agenda here. A strategic vision review. Anything council wishes to review concerning the strategic vision this evening?
Have we sent out or heard back on a request for proposals?
One so far.
Okay.
I expect at least 2 more before the deadline.
Okay. What's the deadline?
It's, I don't have the date in front of me. It
Sorry.
is in September, though.
Okay.
So soon, it's coming up soon.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, then, move on to staff reports. Start down here with Jay.
Report has been submitted. Just want to note that we've had our yearly meters, our annual meter calibrations done in the system. We did have a EPA inspection that went very well, and we also had our lab equipment calibrated for the year. That's all that I have at this time.
All right, thank you. Clayton.
Report is in the packet.
All right. Ann?
Report is submitted, nothing further.
Rob?
A couple updates other than what was in the packet. The Marengo and Air project is ongoing. We had a couple delays due to not having a ComEd crew available to hold the pole while they're grading around it. I think the ComEd's been pretty busy from what I hear. Also, there's some conflict with SURF and the fiber optics, but they were able to move that down today. They'll be doing more grading and everything next week, but it will still be kind of a mess. We have a really good construction engineer down there that's been keeping the contractors very honest. So he's very good to see and very nice to have him. It's the first time he's been up here. Timber Drive, concrete cutting and curb work will begin this week. They're doing the concrete cutting and curb work this week. They'll be preparing as they go on from there to Class D patches and then edge milling, and then finally finishing up with the hot in place recycling on the week of the 14th still, is from what I hear. guys are out doing more sanitary surveys. We found lots of different things, found missing structures and all sorts of stuff running all over town. Lastly, I haven't seen anything on social media, but I want to give you all a heads up. There are traffic counters on the corner of Marengo Road and Airport and Airport and 14. So there's Marengo Road and Airport Road, Marengo Road and Haderlein Drive, and Airport Road and Division Street. So before anybody comes for the cameras, they will be finishing up tomorrow, and they will most likely be removed at this point before anybody knows. But just in case anybody reaches out, they are just traffic counters for a study. And that is all I have.
Those flat cameras?
No, put your tinfoil hats away.
A quick comment question. So for the area of Marengo Street,
Yes.
I know for the first few days, they didn't really have any flaggers out there, and it was pretty dangerous. They did have one today. Do you know if they are going to continue to have that?
Yes, they're going to continue to have flaggers. We did talk to them about that. The subs have been kind of unruly, which is nice to have the construction engineer down there keeping an eye on them. They wanted to do stuff like, is it okay if we leave piles of gravel in the turn lane? No, it's not. So we allowed them to, stockpile some stuff down there at the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So any contractor does the stuff where they just try to get away with it, so it's just a matter of us catching it and having conversations with them, so. They did tear up more of the right-of-way than we have pay items for on the Marengo Road side when they dropped the trees and had the grate all in the right-of-way. And, our construction engineering inspector from Seabell said, you can damage all you want. We're not paying for it other than what's called out on the sheet, so.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hold her feet to the fire. Okay, Joe.
Report is in the packet. Thank you.
Chief.
It's got a nice ring to it, huh?
Now it's real.
I feel like I should stand up for this, but my knees are hurting me right now, so. Yeah.
Return him.
Is this thing working? First and foremost, I want to express some gratitude to everybody on the council, mayor, city administrator. Thank you guys very much. The appointment means a lot. I come from a law enforcement family, so it hasn't set in yet. I promise it will. Give me a couple days. I'm a quick learner. So thank you guys very much for that. Number two, Mitchell Hopkins will be attending Police Training Institute. All right. He'll be attending PTI next Sunday. He'll be taking off for that 4-month process, and he'll be graduating somewhere in December, where I'll be wearing this again, going down to Champaign to visit him for there and watch him graduate, hopefully. Testing, we will be posting another test on the Blue Line October 10th. Here's my shameless plug for anyone listening. Please test with us. The testing date closes October 3rd. So we're looking for a lot of people doing something differently as far as recruitment goes. We'll be pushing out some pamphlets and things to say who we are to some of the tech schools down in southern Wisconsin. MCC, former Chief Mark Kraus is looking at having a job fair. I don't want to put that out in the air right now because I don't know if it's confirmed or not. Our second candidate, he is set for testing. So right now, he's passed his background, set for testing. We will know more early September regarding him. And yes, Rob, I've actually fielded a few people reaching out to me about the flock cameras around town, and we don't have that. So I don't know what else there's to say about that. Other than that, thank you guys again. Much appreciated. Look forward to continuing to serve the city.
So, Chief, I do have a question in looking at the report. The calls for the police social worker are down drastically. Do we know what is happening?
It was something, a lot, over the years, you see it go down from when we started the program in '22, it kind of declines. There's a lot of reasons for that. Part of the reason for July, getting back on our officers about making these referrals, because, a lot of times we run into, I don't want to call them repeat customers and minimize, what they got going on, but, it's a lot of times we see the numbers go down and people just don't want the services. That's not always the case. We can take accountability on our end by issuing those referrals out and having them reach out. The answer is always no unless you ask, so we're going to put those out for referral. We're already up to almost over 10 right now, so, for this month.
Okay,
But other than that,
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think I've seen Taylor around more recently than I have for a while, so.
yeah, she was in today. I mean, we like Taylor. She does good service. I know that there's always the possibility of things shaking up. We get a different social worker. We'll go to bat for her. We like her. She's built rapport with the people that she served here. So if we like you, we'll keep you.
All right, thank you. Then moving on to alderpersons' reports. Mike, anything for council tonight?
Actually, I do. I wanted to commend Clayton over there. I've been trying to get the mobile home park with the overhead wires. The state hasn't did nothing for over a year, so Clayton took it on to go over there, send them a letter, and now they're fixing it.
All right.
And they're putting all the telephone all underground. So all you had to do is ask, instead of waiting for the state to do it.
Well, it's good to have a building department and Clayton in the position to make sure things are up to code.
So it looks better already. I went over to see a lot of those phone wires and cable lines gone. And I also wanted to bring up, are we ever going to talk about these flock cameras? Besides getting around about it?
Before you became on council, the council had considered flock cameras. There was a presentation and all, and at that time, the council declined to pursue them. If council is interested in doing that, I'd recommend going to, I guess that would be admin committee.
And I don't think we actually ever voted on it. I think there was, my recollection is that there was a presentation, and then the chief never brought it back.
He pulled it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was glad he did.
In my dealings with the flock representative, I told him I didn't believe that our council had a political will to implement them in our community. But should that change, then we would certainly be in contact. So. All right. Anything else, Mike?
That should do it.
All right. John, anything tonight?
Infrastructure next month. The only thing I can really think of is the sirens. I'd like to put that to bed.
Okay.
So maybe we can think of a couple more things to throw on there to make it interesting. Or maybe not, maybe we just
We
get a
can
quick
come
one.
up with something.
But I really would like to put that to vote one way or the other.
So what date do you want to call that for?
The 8th?
We talking October? Oh.
Eighth go with you, Joel?
Yeah.
All right. Lisa?
Yeah.
6:30.
6:30 is great. Yep. Let's do that. Should be a fairly quick one. That's all we got. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Annamarie?
Nothing at this time.
All right. Lisa?
Yeah, a couple things. So I just wanted to share with folks that when I was on vacation last week, I was out in Massachusetts and saw it on the map. So I went and visited Harvard, Massachusetts. And their town hall is on Ayer Street, Ayer Road, not street, Ayer Road, A-Y-E-R. And there's a small town called Ayer, A-Y-E-R, that's near. And no one in town knew any history about that. And the Historical Society was closed. I even went to the library, which is beautiful. And they had they thought it was hilarious that I was from Harvard, Illinois, because they get calls for the Harvard, Illinois library. So they thought it was great to meet somebody from Harvard, Illinois. Yeah, and they have nothing to do with Harvard University. They're a western suburb of Boston. So, and I don't think they would make a good sister city for us because the starting home price there is like $1 million. So, and so nobody who works in Harvard lives in Harvard, which I think is part of the reason why no one I talked to actually knew any of the history of Harvard. So, and they don't have a mayor. They just have a council of select people that work with the city administrator. So, anyway.
Lisa, we get a lot of people trying to join the Harvard 411 Facebook group from Harvard University, too. That's why we have questions to join.
Yeah, where are you? So, but then when I talked to Patty at the Harvard, Illinois library, she said, yeah, they get calls for the Massachusetts library, too. So I thought that was funny. Now, unlike infrastructure, admin doesn't meet until October, right?
We're pushing it to October for the audit review.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other things that we decided could.
Okay, so we don't have to set a date right now, right? And just want to make a comment that I need to talk to Rob before he leaves because I have a sewer connection problem at my house.
Busted.
And it's not good. In fact, it's very bad. So, but anyway, just wanted to make sure I put that out there so you don't get out before I do. Thank you. Oh, and there's a tree board meeting on September 2nd. Yes. And we're looking for a tree board member in the 2nd ward. So, John and Mike, if you know somebody who likes trees and is going to be willing to volunteer to help plant trees.
God likes trees.
Yeah, but dog might be good at digging holes. Yeah.
My dog will water it.
Okay. Thank you.
You have a question?
No, I just had, there is somebody who's interested in being.
Oh. Really? Oh. He is. Okay. I will talk to him. I know Eric.
Anything further?
No.
Okay. Jay?
Nothing for me today, thank you.
All right. Joel?
Nope, nothing right now.
Lori?
A few things.
Okay. Then on to treasurer's report.
That's not what she said.
Oh, I thought you said nothing, thanks, is
No,
what I thought
a
you
few
said.
things. That was harsh.
My apologies. I thought you said nothing, thanks. Please proceed.
Okay, so do we need any community development, and economic development meetings? Because we haven't had them for a while. I'm just checking. Okay, and then Parks is in October. One of the things that was concerning was on Facebook, they showed some of the tables at Northfield Court where it was bent on both sides. I don't know what, if anything, we can do about that currently.
I believe they've been sort of bent back up.
Okay.
Actually, going back to that, we do need a community development meeting. I apologize.
Okay.
There are two things that need to be discussed that probably should get done sooner rather than later.
And is that usually the second Tuesday?
week.
Okay.
What infrastructure is?
So the following week, the week of the
Third,
15th?
15th?
All right. Does that work for you guys?
Hang on,
Is
let me
that going
check.
to work for Alderman Perkins?
I have no clue. That's the tricky thing. Do you want to email us?
I would say tentatively set it for 9:15, and if it doesn't work, then you can adjust accordingly. But at least then, if it does work, it's set.
Okay.
At 6:30?
6:30? Thank you. And then, there was another thing.
Okay.
I forgot it.
I threw you off. Parks related, or?
Event tables.
Yeah, I got the tables, I got the 2 meetings. And I don't know, I can't remember the third thing. So, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Then moving on, treasurer's report.
The report is submitted. Thank you.
Okay, attorney's report.
Very briefly, a couple of the cases that we have, just short updates, the Leone versus City of Harvard case. We have moved to dismiss the third amended complaint. They just filed their response. Their response is due tomorrow. Our reply will be due 2 weeks after that. We have a hearing in mid-September, so I hopefully can report back in late September that has been dismissed, is the hope and the goal there. The Gemco matter, as you might recall, they moved to dismiss our complaint. They were unsuccessful. They stated that they were going to file an appeal. They never did. They sent I will call it a settlement proposal that I was not at this meeting, but I received reports back that was not well received. They will not be filing an appeal. Their time has run. The judge did not extend anything. Their answer to our complaint is due in 2 days on the 27th. So we'll be able to report back in September about the status of that as well. Otherwise, I just offer my congratulations to new Chief Sacco, and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Administrator's report.
Reports in the packet, I do have a couple of things that were in staff's reports as well that I'd like to highlight. The Community Development Department, Community and Economic Development Department has met some goals that were set for them with proactive ward-by-ward enforcement. So Ann has been going by wards to try to get a system of making sure that each ward is covered with code enforcement. And then one of the other goals was the flyers, the informational flyers that that will help out with minor permitting and projects that Clayton has made some good progress on. Those can be seen downstairs in a nice rack that he has at the in the doorway. Joe has published the business directory and local available properties on the website, which was a goal for her department. We also had a library meeting with Beth Kearns and discussed, how the city could help with their programming in a partnership that we had discussed during budgeting time, as well as Christmas and Harvard programs that we can assist with. And then the wastewater treatment plant staff is now 100%, thankfully, ready to go back in business. We also went live with Surf on Friday. Finally, if you recall, we were supposed to have that done by May 1st. It turned out that it was a lot more complex in getting our IT system turned over, particularly with the police department and their connection to NERCOM. So we are finally live. I can now cancel charter. Before former Chief Bauman left, he did a test on the speeds, and both the upload and the download speeds are significantly greater. So that's good news. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, clerk's report.
Upcoming meeting dates, Tuesday, September 1st, Planning and Zoning Commission is canceled for lack of agenda. September 2nd, Tree Board at 6:30 p.m. September 8th, Infrastructure Committee at 6:30. September 15th, Community and Economic Development at 6:30. And the next regular City Council meeting will be September 22nd at 7 p.m. I'd also point out that petitions are now available in the City Hall office for the election next spring. for 4 of the aldermen. And because our Parks Foundation Board President is sitting here, I'll point out that tomorrow night, the foundation is holding a raffle for 4 Bears tickets for the end of September Monday night game. You can talk to Laura if you want tickets. There are still tickets available. The drawing will be tomorrow night at Jay's Lanes at 6 p.m. That's all I have.
And those are 100 level tickets, just so.
Yes, they're very good tickets, north end zone. Yeah. $20
Yeah,
for the
$20
raffle tickets,
a ticket,
and they're
yeah.
$1,100 value, I believe.
I did buy one.
Okay, thank you, Clerk. For the mayor's report, just a couple things. One, Chamber of Commerce annual dinner is coming up. If you have an opportunity, could you certainly would like to support the Chamber's dinner. I think that is September 12th is the date of that. Also, the city administrator, I, and Joe Atkinson will attending IML this year. Actually be the first year I've attended, even as mayor. Just my work schedule has never allowed me the opportunity to do so. So looking forward to representing the city at that. That's later in September. And just a couple of other things. I wanted to update you on Harvard Nutrition. We are still in works with them about, them coming in to Harvard, but they've run into a few, let's call them engineering difficulties that they're working through. So it's likely the project is going to be delayed some. We'll know more about that delay in the coming weeks, but my guess is based on what we know today, they probably won't break ground until the spring because of these engineering issues that they need to resolve. And I think that's about it. Otherwise, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Lancaster, second by Platt-Miller. Clerk, call the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Good night.